What is up, plant community? Decided to give you just a general update of plants, not trees and not shrubs this time. Just general plants that would be on the lower story of the jungle floor. So, the first one I want to start with, which I'll go ahead and show, I'll be right back, is my lovely Sengonium Elbow. Yeah. I lost this guy completely. He just gave me a whole white leaf with barely any chlorophyll in it, and he just flopped over. So, yeah, that happened. I have this guy, which I think he just needs a general repot. He'll bounce back. He's my curly hair Spire Plant. The only one I've ever managed to get started as a cutting. Over here, we have my normal Syngonium, which is looking quite sparse. Uh, I definitely want to get that guy back outside. My Lucky Bamboo, I've actually lost a lot of my collection of Lucky Bamboo. I think they even need repotted, which I will be doing soon. This guy up here is doing alright. He's doing good. That Syngonium, I had to do some cutbacks because one of the stems got broken. So I just kind of trimmed it back and they did not take. But good news is I'm still getting new growth. Yay! Okay. Which I really appreciate. Still got some dead leaves, but I ain't gonna worry about that until I get it outside. And then we have this guy, which was gifted to me. Still hasn't done much for me. I put him up on the higher shelf. I'm not babying him no more. I want to try to get those growing, but it doesn't look like they are. Put him back the way he was. I rotate all my plants every day for even growth. And then next by the full spectrum, we have that Monstera Xanadu. I mean, not Monstera. Sorry, guys. Philodendron. I don't even have a Monstera. Where did Monstera come from? I guess I still have that Monstera on my mind from Walmart when it looked really beautiful yesterday. But anyways, it's doing quite well. It's putting out some stems. It's struggling a little bit. And the only reason why I think it's struggling is because lesser light. When I get outside, it'll be perfectly fine. We got my giant elephant ears next by the full spectrum light. Doing quite good. I even got some babies that are doing really well this year. I don't even know where I'm going to place those. It produced me 2 babies. Yay. Kind of dark here, but it ain't always that dark, especially with the full spectrum lighting. That tree's just looking black. I can explain why. It's dropping all of its leaves because it's now closer to full spectrum, so... Okay. I done talked about him, didn't I? So let's talk about... In my last video I did, just to let you guys know. Let's talk about my beautiful... It got some yellow leaves here, some little black leaves. But my beautiful orange bird of paradise, it was actually giving out a bad leaf and a bad stem. One of the stems was too long, too lanky. I don't think it was getting enough light. Thank goodness I have full spectrum lighting now. And, yeah, it's doing really good. Yeah, I might have lost a stem here because it bent and broke. I just went ahead and ripped it off. But look, it's already given me new growth right here, which is awesome. Always love it when I can get new growth. I remember when I got this guy, he wasn't even this big. Where these old damaged leaves are was about the, that engine just made me jump. That was loud. That scared the heck out of me. Sorry about that, guys. But he was quite short, and he did not have these big of leaves, and I've held on to him ever since, because in my little town, the orange bird of paradise is quite hard to get and quite rare to get for $9. So I'm still growing him, and I'll probably always keep him. Where it's more common for others, it might not be common for others to get a certain type of plant. Yeah, I just really enjoy this guy. I don't mind the damaged foliage. It might bother some people, but I look at it this way: in the wild, they constantly have damaged foliage, so I ain't worried about it. I want the plant to look natural, and this is the most natural way this plant would look in the wild. Now, when I take it outside, yeah, I'll completely trim those off because I want to focus on photosynthesizing. Of course, I could go ahead and trim them off now because there's no reason for them to exert this energy into these dying leaves when all they're going to do is die. But then again, it's winter, so I'm not really wanting it to grow like that either. But, I mean, everybody's different. Let's see here. We have my Ghost Leaf Ivy doing really good. I remember when I brought him in, I had these black thrips all over my ivies. Luckily, I got rid of them, and now they are just thriving. Love it, love to see it. So glad it's doing good. I'm gonna have to repot it next year. I don't know what I'm gonna put it in. Down here, we have my other weird little English ivy, which is doing really good. It's variegated. Love it. Love to see it's doing good. Did have a few spots that died out, but that's fine. Over here, we have my mixed pot of ivy. I was thinking about doing something with that differently, but I don't know. I might keep it as a mixed pot, but then again, the mixed pot, they seem to be kind of fighting each other, so I might just redo a whole pot of pothos instead of like a mixed pot of ivy, because it just seems to be hard to manage like that, especially with all the different variants of ivy I have in there. So I might just give them their own individual pots. This ivy up here is doing really good. One of my favorites. It's doing fantastic. My polka dot plant looking a little laggy up against the full spectrum lighting here, but it'll thrive. It'll do good. Down here, we have my philodendron, which I don't think you can see. Now, if I did a video on this before, which I don't remember if I did or didn't, this will just be another update, I guess you could say, on my just random tropicals. Yeah, they seem to be doing alright. They're kind of holding still. I pulled back on the watering, so that seems to be stopping. Still getting all these little shoots though. Uh, when I bring it outside, it won't. It'll. I mean, the little shoots will still be there, but we'll get these big leaves again, which is something I want. My cast iron plant doing good. I found scale on it not too long ago. I did take care of the scale, and ever since then it's been thriving. And the reason why is because it's been next up against this palm, and yeah, I had to lay down some poison again, and it killed all the bad insects. Then we have my mixed pot of pothos up there, which I thought about also dividing up and maybe just doing a whole pot of golden pothos over here. Or maybe just doing like a whole pot of Marble Queen or Enjoy. Anyways, it's doing really well here. It's phenomenally doing good. Um, the Marble Queen, I'm wanting to take out and actually cut up so that way I can get more of a fuller head, because when I got it for $3, reasonable price. I think it was 3 or 4, reasonable price, but I want it to be more fuller than just one stem. So, yeah, I'm going to prop this guy, and I'm going to have a fuller head of Marble Queen Pothos, including Pothos Enjoy, which seems to give out little leaves for me. We have this guy, a friend named it for me. Again, I forget the name. It's doing really well. I think it's even giving me out a little bit of new growth. It's just continuously pushing long as I keep it moist, and it's still fairly moist right now. Seems to be doing really good. Likes to be underneath the tree here. Doing phenomenally well. I'm glad it's doing good. And then here, oh, what's got you hooked? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to get my Spire Plant out and did not realize it was hooked by the leaf in between some pots. And this is my normal Spire Plant. Started this from a free propagation a friend gave me. I accidentally broke off the babies. Did not mean to do that. Doing good. It'll do better when I bring it outside. It might lose all the indoor leaves, but I ain't worried about that. My little Florida Beauty Dracena that people seem to mistake for crotons all the time is doing really well. It's doing good right there. It's kind of even shaded out whenever we have the snow, which, as you can see, we do right now. Windows need cleaned. I need to do that sometime. I've just been so busy. But, yeah, I'm getting in a lot of light, so right now everything's just bursting with joy. So, yeah, this seems to be doing really well down there. For those of you who don't know, I did pot up a ficus. It is a variegated form. Hopefully I can get that to grow. And all my ficuses, besides Weeping Fig, seem to be more in a dormancy. Alright, let's go to the next room. You know, before I go to the next room, I forgot to mention that my heart philodendron is doing really well. And my peace lily is doing really well. It's one of the more rarer forms of peace lilies, I guess a friend told me. It is a platinum mist. I do have a bit of crispy leaves. Me and peace lilies fight it out a lot. Um, yeah, during the summer we really struggle because it's hard to keep them moist, and I don't really have AC in the room, so yeah, it's just warm all year long in this room. But I'm just kind of letting it weep a bit, then I'm letting it water. Well, I'm watering it, not letting it water. I'm watering it. Sorry. I'm not perfect. But, yeah, I'm watering it, so. Right now it's dry, but I'm gonna wait for the leaves to start weeping a bit more before they stiffen back up like they usually do. Just because I don't want to do this anymore. And this so far has seemed to stop. And again, I don't mind the damage on the leaves. It just shows it's a real plant. It's nature. Nature's going to do what it wants to do. Alright, let's go to the other room. Okay, I am sorry. I keep wanting to go to the other room. Then I realize I'm just so excited to show everybody everything that is successfully going on. And it's getting me overwhelmed. I just like showing them off, and I like keeping notes. This is an easy way for me to keep notes of what's doing well and what's not. So let's go down to the floor now. So right here we have a red grow light. So we have some things doing all right and some struggling. Actually, let me turn the light on because it is kind of a struggle for you guys to see down here, huh? Just want to start out, sorry with the lighting. It's just how it is. So, we have my silver squill here. It has these nice little polka dots on the leaves. Again, sorry for the lighting. Don't have good quality. I don't have a good quality camera yet. It has these elongated leaves, which I noticed it was doing that because it was in a lower light condition. So I think it being underneath this red light, it will stop this and it'll grow like it would, out in the summertime in the shade, which I tend to keep it in shade, the partial shade. I have my Rattlesnake Calathea. put out a bit of new growth. I do have some ends that were chopped off. Still do have some mouse issues, and they happened to chop a little bit on the Calathea. The last one I found was actually dead underneath where I'm holding my plants because I'm guessing it took a chomp out of a Duffenbachia and killed itself. Uh, yeah. Yeah. But it's expired. This guy's been struggling a lot. A friend gifted me this. Of course, one of the stems it's missing a leaf because a mouse chopped on it. It is I forget the name of it, but it has pink on it. It's a pink Sengonium. Shoulda knew. It's just pink leaves, pink Sengonium. Easy answer. I'm just excited to document everything and put it on the internet. And like I said, it really helps me keep track of things that are doing all right. This here, which is my wandering dude, he was struggling, so I went ahead and put him underneath the grow light. Why not? Maybe it'll help with the laggy growth. Yeah, gotta do what we gotta do. Here we have a Duffenbachia. It's more of a vine. It was gifted to me. It's struggled a lot. I have it underneath a grow light just to get through winter. It's doing alright. I think it needs a repot. Here we have my blue star fern. Only 2 leaves left. Hasn't done much for me, and it hasn't even done much whenever I brought it outside. I think I'm gonna kind of stop, honestly, with these type of ferns, like the kangaroo paw, the blue star. I don't know, I just can't seem to keep them going because of the way of their growth habit. They're more epiphytic, and it seems like I just can't keep alive the epiphytic ferns. Now, I might keep trying until I figure it out, but till then, it's like, My bird's nest fern is doing really good though. Has a little bit of browning. I need to water it, but it's doing pretty good. Yeah, might as well go over here, show you guys that I forgot to completely show. Here we go. Bird's nest fern up against the window, doing really well, putting out new growth. Gonna have to water it. And then another thing I forgot to show is my Chinese evergreen over here, doing really well. It's benefiting from being shaded out whenever we get snow and the light intensity increases. It's doing really well. Really appreciate these plants. That has been the only, I kid you not, the only Chinese evergreen that has continued to thrive for me. It seems like I can't really keep variegated plants in here, but I don't know. Maybe with the full spectrum lights right here, maybe I could start getting in a little bit more variegated plants, huh? Yeah, get in better plants. Plants that, not just only have natural variegation, but some man-made variegation, huh? Why not? Okay, so here we ain't gonna talk about the cycads or the Norfolk Island pines. Uh, we're just gonna talk about the generalized plants in here. Macho Fern, always gonna look a bit blech during this time of the year. It just is how it is during this time of the year. It's just, hold on, I'm gonna get this mister and actually kind of help it out a bit. But it just is how it is at this time of the year. It's just gonna be black because it's dry in this room. And, I mean, we got a heater, but it's kind of chilly in this room. This is my brother's old room. that I am currently using to house my more prehistoric guys. Macho Fern could be doing better. Hopefully it doesn't die before I get it out during the winter. Well, after the winter, but we're supposed to get some temperatures up into the 40s soon, so I might put that guy outside just to help him out a bit because he needs it. Okay, so now we're going over here. The Norfolk Island Pines I am babying for a friend is doing really well. One of them only has dropped one branch, so that's good. Just gotta keep them going, keep them doing better. My little baby Boston Fern is doing really well. And he's so cute. He's doing really well. This little guy, if you remember in the last video, was really struggling. He had some real elongated leaves, and I had to do a lot of trimming on him. And now look at him. He ain't got yellow leaves anymore. He's actually doing way better now. He's not supposed to be in this room because he's not really a prehistoric plant, but I did have no hangers to really hang him. About kicked a tree. My bad. But I did have no hangers to really hang him up in, so he's just hanging out here until I can get him outside. He's doing really well. He's doing really good. I'm actually impressed with him. He's doing the best he has ever done, especially since I've repotted him. He's doing really well. Okay, here we have my other bigger Boston Fern doing really well, doing good. We are having a bit of issues because I haven't been coming in and misting as much, which, granted, that's something I need to be doing more. Okay, so, sorry, I was looking at a cycad. So yeah, Boston Fern doing really good. Crocodile Fern. It's a goner. That's just how it is. It's plants. You know, we lose things every day. I think what is wrong with my cycad here as I'm looking at it? I know what's wrong. I had it over here for the longest time and it wasn't getting much light, and since I lost, if you remember, I had a maidenhair fern, lost it. I didn't come in here as much like I should have. And yeah, I didn't maintain it right. For the longest time it had these, and it was trying to put out some growth, but I don't think these are going to come out like they should now. Because yeah, it's dying. You can see right there, it's just dying. I'm gonna have to trim those off. This thing is gonna have to learn to grow in the summertime and not during the winter time and try to put out growth, because I wanted to go more into dormancy, and this guy denied that. He said, nah, I want to keep growing. And yeah, you can't do that. It's not the proper time for you to keep growing, bud. You gotta learn to grow in the summertime, like the good little chap down here. You know, you just can't keep doing that, man. Okay, we are in my mom's room where she gets the most light. Here we have the black-leafed alocasia. Doing really good. Needs to be watered. After this video, I'm probably going to come through and water everything today because everything in here is quite dry. Oh, look, we got a little friend. Yay, keep the gnats away, buddy. My mom's white bird of paradise, because it is way more common for us to get the white bird of paradise here than it is any other plant. Well, not any other plant, but it's more common. What I'm trying to say is, excuse my English, I haven't really looked at them in a while, and I'm just getting excited. I love doing this, but I get too excited about this. I realize this. I just get way too excited. Anyways, old growth, looking kind of bleh. New growth is looking nice and gorgeous and stunning. This is my mom's white bird of paradise. It is common for us to get the white birds of paradise, but never the orange. And I think mainly here because we just really want to use them as annuals and we just really want that tropical feel. We ain't looking to grow their flowers or anything. We just want the tropical feel, man. And that's just how it is in colder regions. Like, we don't want desert feel. Some of us want the desert feel, but a lot of us just want that tropical feel. This guy still doing good. Leaf's getting a little soft. Gonna have to water him. My English ivy, man, it's growing up in here. I'm not even sure I want to take him out of the pot. He's just, I don't even think I could repot this guy now. Well, I probably could if I just trimmed out the ivy I grew up in there, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It's like nature just took over man's world, and I love that aesthetic. My mom's spider plant looking kind of bleh here. My mom's Grey Goose bottle of golden pothos. My golden pothos that was that was gifted to me. I need to do something with it. This guy, he's hasn't put out any hasn't put out any growth. He's had some issues actually. I knocked off the node that was originally allowing him to grow, and ever since then, he's just been kind of sitting still. I think I kind of stunted him a bit. My mom's Dracena right here is doing really good. Her lucky bamboo. Mom's Thai plant is doing good. A lot of her jades need to be watered again. If you guys are ever wondering what these little white dots on here are on here for, that's just salts. That's just stuff it doesn't need that the plant is just getting rid of. I know some people are curious about that when they grow jades. They're like, what the heck is that even? It's just salt. That's all it is. You can just wipe it off if you want. It's just minerals it didn't need pretty much. My mom's Sansevieria or Dracena. It's doing good. My mom's lemon coral sedum that needs to be watered. Doing good. The golden pothos down here doing wonderfully. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. And my mom's string of pearls is doing alright. But yeah, that's basically it that I have for you. And this will probably honestly be the last winter update of the general tropicals. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave a comment. I'll be happy to respond to them. But yeah, if you guys got anything to say, anything to even help me out, give me suggestions or something to get them through the rest of the winter, which we ain't got too much longer to go. After this month, we only have one more month to go into, and then bam, I can put them all outside again through the half of spring, because spring will warm things up, it'll feel magical again, and I'll just be happy. But anyways, yeah, leave a like and a share and a subscribe, and it'll really help me out. It helps the channel out. It helps me grow as a small YouTuber currently right now. But if not, you could just leave a comment down below. But as always, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Not really educational, just an update. Otherwise than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Goodbye.